Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Debbi Nurul Ramadhania, and today I will present a case study of multilingual language acquisition based on the children of the Ueno family Japan, Natsuki and Ritsuki. We will look at how they acquire multiple language in different contexts. What is language acquisition? Language acquisition is the natural process by which children learn to understand and speak language. In this case, Natsuki and Ritsuki have first language, which is Indonesian and Japanese, second language Japanese, and third language English, which they learn through formal lesson. This process can happen naturally at home or formally through education. Language used at home. At home, the father speaks Japanese, while the mother regularly speaks Indonesian and Japanese. This daily exposure allows the children to grow up using three different languages in a natural, comfortable way. It creates a rich multilingual environment right in the family. First language, Indonesian and Japanese. Indonesian and Japanese are the children first language because they were introduced very early by their mother. Indonesian is used for everyday conversation, while Japanese is spoken to preserve cultural identity. Because their mother uses this language actively, their L1 is still maintained. Second language, Japanese. Japanese is their second language, but in fact, it has become their dominant language. They use it every day at school, with friends, and with their father. They also absorb it through TV show, book, and Japanese media. This language is learned naturally through immersion, not through formal grammar lesson. Third language, English. In addition to Japanese and Indonesian, Natsuki and Ritsuki also study English through formal classes. English is not spoken at home or their daily life, but they are learning it step by step in a classroom settings. This is an example of foreign language acquisition, usually focused on reading, writing, and vocabulary. Multilingual pattern. Because of this multilingual exposure, the children often code switch. That means mixing language depending on who they are talking to and what they are trying to say. They can speak and understanding Japanese, Indonesian, Japanese, and some English. This shows they are developing as active multilingual children. Benefit of early multilingualism. Children have the best ability to learn language at an early age. Their brains are flexible and they can pick up sounds, grammar, and vocabulary quickly. Because Natsuki and Ritsuki are exposed to different language in different settings like home, school, and language classes, they are growing up with strong language skill and cultural awareness. In conclusion, Natsuki and Ritsuki are learning four languages: Indonesian and Japanese spoken at home with their mother, Japanese spoken at home with their father and used in school, and English learned formally through listen. This case show how children can successfully acquire multiple languages when their environment supports it. They are a great example of successful multilingual language acquisition in modern families. And this is a question for Miss Riri. The first is, did the children forget their L1? Uh, not com- not com- but not completely, not completely. Although Natsuki and Ritsuki now live in Japan and use Japanese every day, they haven't completely forgotten Indonesian because their mother is still use both Indonesian and Japanese in their daily communication at home. They can still understand and respond in Indonesian, also sometimes they get confused and mix it with Japanese. This shows that their Indonesian language skills are still instinct, although not as strong as Japanese, so they haven't completely forgotten, but Indonesian is no longer the dominant language in their daily life. Second, how did they acquire L2? Through natural acquisition to the environment, Natsuki and Ritsuki acquired Japanese as their L2 naturally because their father communicates in Japanese every day. They attend school in Japan, so all lesson and social interaction are in Japanese. They also watch Japanese TV, read Japanese books, and play with Japanese friends. So all of this has intensified their exposure to Japanese from an early age. This process is called immersion, which involves acquiring the language directly from the environment without formal instruction. And as a result, they are now very fluent in Japanese and use it as their primary or dominant language in their daily life. That's all. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye bye.